Moving around
the last
in
one
the
is
gates.
about to move up, riders. Just be ready, please.
Red light goes on. And racing, Skin and Tins lob straight in front from Resistance Fancy Fox, but Bold Success is going to be sooled forward to head them off, and coming over Vintage Stock, and also wider out is Fair Scenario, who's going to camp on speed. It'll have to work to be there though. Tracking it around them now is the grey Not Again Ken. Maribel is 3 deep in the run down the back after settling from Fancy Fox. Maserati pushes up near the rail. Then came Red Paddy at the 1200. Sovereign Trade further back with Fred Dag, and the last trio Deception Game, followed by Playing Marika, and back with those Witness in Court. They head out past the 1,000 metres mark, and Fair Scenario, given a little more leather by Witten, had now gone to the top. Off the back they come. Fair Scenario leads by 1 Bold Success, popping off the fence immediately. A length and a half, Not Again Ken. Down on the inside, Skin and Tins. Around them goes Maribel in the pink colours. A length and a half to Vintage Stock. Red Paddy found the back of Maribel. On the rails then is Maserati, followed after 3/4 Resistance in the middle, and outside of it is the fave Fred Dag. It was being tracked into the race then by, on the outside, Deception Game, and back near the rail, Sovereign Trade will need some luck. Fancy Fox had dropped out, and last is Witness in Court, but at the top of the home straight, Fair Scenario led. It's Fair Scenario for the judge, a length and a half. Bold Success, Skin and Tins into the clear. In behind them, Fred Dag is starting to wind up now. Here he comes, Fred Dag. He surges up, 200 to go. Hits the lead from Skin and Tins, who's going to match it with him. With 100 left to go though, Fred Dag now puts paid to Skin and Tins, and then Maserati, but he's much too good here for them, Fred Dag. And Fred Dag has gone on to beat Skin and Tins and Maserati, with Vintage Stock 4th, Bold Success 5th. Followed home then by Sovereign Trade, Deception Game, Resistance. Fair Scenario dropped out, Red Paddy back there with Maribel. And the last 4 home, Witness in Court, Fancy Fox, Not Again Ken, and Playing Marika. Fred Dag makes it back to back. Jason Whiting settled off the pace and brought him on the scene with a sweetly timed runner, Skin and Tins, who'd occupied a good run all of the way. No match for Fred Dag. He tried valiantly for 50 metres to mix it with him in the contest, but it was Fred Dag who was much too good for them. He's destined for bigger and possibly better things to come. Fred Dag, when he, of course, does turn 4 in the new season. Trained by Bruce Watkins, ridden by Jason Whiting. Raced by Liz Watkins, Ellen Bansimer by Patronise. Again, another double for Patronise, who does a very good job too. Great winner getter sire. Beats Skin and Tins. Is by Patronise as well. Ash Maley, Jade McNaught. And 13, Maserati, 3rd home by Mossman. Stephen Parnham riding for Cliffy Green. Vintage Stock finished on under hard riding into 4th placing, but some abject failures in the race. Resistance did nothing once again. Sovereign Trade plugged home. Deception Game was well back and didn't make any impression. 1 length, 3/4 are the margins, and it's 140.70. The time in a sectional of 37.77. So Fred Dag continues its very good form this preparation. 4th run, 2 wins, 2 placings, and that's 5 overall from 13. Into the last race, the Crown Perth Handicap. Scratchings of 3 Misty Lad, 4 Ameliago, 6 Nordic King, 7 Akina Kuri, 16 Zariska. Steve Parnham's on 14 Zephyr Queen in the final race for the day. In the meantime, here's Mark with us once again as the Fish comes back aboard Fred Dag after its victory in the De Sonia Handicap.
Yeah, thanks very much, Darren. I've got winning trainer here, Bruce Watkins. Easy watch in the end, wasn't it, Bruce? Won pretty easily.
Yeah, he did in the end, yeah. Like, I always worry with him, like last start, first time in the blinkers, when he got to the front, he sort of switched off, but I think Fish was waiting for that today and then kept riding him through past the second horse, so, yeah, he hit the line a lot better.
4 runs this campaign, is that it now? Will he pull up stumps and aim in a little bit higher than Saturdays here at Belmont?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, like you say, he's had the 4 starts and, yeah, he had to win and win well today to warrant putting him out and having a crack at, yeah, probably better races, like coming into the Summer Carnival. So I think on around the mile and that he could be competitive. over some of those races.
Now, you've got a good record in a race called the RJ Peters. Is that a race you've got in mind, perhaps? Maybe go towards a railway stakes if you can win that?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, we probably, at this stage, probably Railway's probably aiming a bit high, but yeah, I think the 14 to 16 suits him. So the 15 of the Peters, it might be a nice race if he's going well when he comes back.
Well, he's absolutely flying at the moment. Congratulations.
Right, thank you.
Bruce Watkins there, the winning trainer. Here's Pete with the winning jockey.
Fish, obviously a slightly better, stronger performance to what we saw last start. Obviously seemed to switch off a little bit there late in the run last start. Bit stronger going to the line today?
Yeah, no, he did. He's always sort of had a bit of a habit. He's got such a good turn of foot. He covers him quite easy, and then once he sort of gets his head in front, he tends to sort of wait for him a little bit. But I was really happy today. He actually ran to the line a lot stronger today. So.
Absolutely. Do you think the blinkers, maybe second run, just got a little bit more used to him today?
Yeah, no, the race was sort of probably really run. They moved along at a nice tempo and dragged me into it. I was a bit worried I was covering him a bit easy, but yeah, definitely. I think he's just learning as he does more racing.
And obviously heading towards the spring, he's obviously a horse with a nice future.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah, he hasn't set a foot wrong, and he just seems to be learning his trade all the time. So hopefully it's exciting times ahead.
We've got on the Terps in the last, plenty of scratchings in the race. Your thoughts on that, Galloper?
Never ridden him before. Just one. Dave chucked us a ride today, and hopefully he can put his best foot forward and run a good race for us.
Well, you've been riding well for the Harrison stable, so all the best in the last.
Thank you.
Jason White's in there, the winning jockey aboard Fred Dagger. Horse that may well be going back to the Ascot Racing Carnival, Ben.